Shalom, 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 elder.
Shalom, King. Shalom.
Giving all praises, honor, glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. We want to
Hallelujah.
bring out some useful information that you might need to know. Some useful information that you might need to know, especially if you're a true follower of the Most High God, Yahweh, right? So,
God.
the name of this information that we want to divulge to our people who want to learn, who want to understand, who want to know, who want to grow in the spirit. Sin begins in your mind, right?
That's
A
right.
lot of people think that, oh, sin is the actual act of doing whatever you're doing. No, this is what we need to understand. Sin begins up in here. And the scriptures say as much. You fornicate, right? That's sin. That's going against the law. But before you even go actually do the act of fornicating, what you bringing up in your mind, you already in sin. So that's why we can't let this society get control of your mind. Because this society is hypersexual. Everything they push is sex, 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 sex. Then they wonder why there's so many sexual assaults going on and so many child molestation going on, so much homosexuality going on. Because this is what y'all pushing in a society. Because it starts up here. They pushing these thoughts in these movies and these shows. And you thinking that, oh, I'm just thinking about it. I ain't do it. So I'm not in sin. That's not true, right?
God.
Elder, can you give me Jeremiah 17 and 9, please? Jeremiah
Al-
17 and 9.
Also, too, Chief, we can't leave out uh uh so-called kids cartoons and stuff.
Oh, these cartoons are out. All right, since you brought that up. The cartoons, if you look into Nickelodeon and Disney, Walt Disney, these people are pedophiles. These people are the ones who's making these cartoons, and your kids are watching them. And they are sexually suggestive all throughout these cartoons. It's already been proven. So they sexually charging the people up.
Mm-hmm.
And then they pushing these, like you can't even go on YouTube without them showing the commercial, something about a sexual pill so that you can please your woman. Some kind of sexual gummy so you can please your woman. Porn is so accessible that it's not even funny. You used to have to go buy a porno tape or a magazine or a
That's
DVD.
right.
You ain't
That's
even
right.
got to pay for it. They giving it to you free. And who's in control of it?
Nobody
They
but
so
them Jewish devils.
exactly. And the same ones who in control of that, they the same ones that's pushing the lust pill in the first place. So what they doing when you watching YouTube, they the same ones that own these social media platforms. So while you trying to watch something about baking some bread, in between this, they showing you, making you want to get some head. They putting these suggestions in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm not making this up. This
God.
is what I see. So, can you read that for me, El?
You said 17 or 7?
17 and 9.
17 and
See,
9.
people
This
don't
the
want to hear these scriptures. They don't want to
right.
hear what the scriptures say. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and
What
desperately wicked. Who can know it?
is the heart? What we talking about? The minds. The minds are deceitful above all things. What is this world that we're living in? It's wrapped in lies.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in a world of lies. So your heart is so susceptible to these lies, and that Satan knows it. That's why, hence, devil means deceiver. And what was Satan said to do? Deceive the whole world.
Deceive
So
the whole world.
he's gonna use people who are his devils to do that. And we living in a world of lies. Your government's a lie. This whole society is a lie. Social media is a lie. AI ain't nothing but lies. And your susceptible heart, susceptible mind, they know you're gonna fall for it. Read it again, Elder.
Verse number, chapter 17, verse 9 out of the book of Jeremiah. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can
Now
know it?
watch this. Somebody gonna come on here and say some foolishness. Why? Because their heart is wicked. They gonna come say something about us because they don't even know us. They just know we Hebrew Israelites, and they gonna come say something stupid. Why? Because their heart's wicked. We telling you what God already told us.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Who can know it?" Read the next verse.
Verse 10. I, the Lord, search the heart, try the reins, even to give every man according to his way, and according to the fruits of his doings, as the uh, portrait sitteth on an egg and hatches them not. So he that getteth riches and not by right shall leave them in the midst of his days. And at
So
his
that's all I want right there.
okay,
We know that the Lord is telling us the hearts of men are wicked. That's
wicked,
one thing that you can guarantee. You can
wicked,
sit up
wicked.
here and try to present, oh, these people righteous or this people righteous or whatever. This whole world is wicked. The hearts of men are wicked. And who knows this? The Most High God knows this. We know this because He told us. We ain't running around here hoping for to save the world, that we can be, we are the world, that we can be one world. No, that's a lie. That's not how this world was meant to be set up in the first place. So we gonna listen to the Lord, and He told us that the hearts of men are deceitful and desperately, desperately wicked. Help. And let's get some
Where
more
is it
on.
at?
Let's get some more on that.
Uh, uh, okay, precept.
Yes, sir. What you want?
Um, bring out that First Maccabees 1 and 1 and start, I guess, the 6.
First Maccabees 1, and I started at verse 5.
Okay.
This First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 5. When Alexander had been emperor for 12 years, he fell ill and realized that he was about to die. He called together his generals, noblemen,
Mm-hmm.
who had been brought up with him since his early childhood,
Uh-huh.
and he divided his empire, giving a part to each of them. After his death, the generals took control, and each had himself crowned king of his own territory. And the descendants of these kings ruled for many generations and brought a great deal of misery on the world.
They brought a great deal of what?
Misery on the world. Did you want the
Misery.
GN? Did you want the GNT version?
Yeah, you can either bring them out. Bring them all out. Let's load this thing up. So you know we're gonna have some clowns on here playing.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Evils was multiplied upon this earth. Okay, and who was Alexander? He was an Edomite. Okay, he was an Edomite, and so that lets us know something right there. It's the same people that's running Israel today who's perpetrating all this madness, all this sick thoughts in their mind. Where's the biggest homosexual ring at? Over in Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? And now I understand when the scripture says, when Edomite say, won't you Israelites sing us one of those songs of Zion? And it goes, how can we sing a song of Zion? Look what's over there. Why we want to sing it? You know what I'm saying, bro? This thing is troublesome, man. But it lets us know here in Maccabees where this evil started at. Okay?
Yes, sir. And there came out of them a wicked root.
Hey, what?
Antiochus, a wicked root.
Mm.
And Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. And in those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Went out of where?
Of Israel, wicked
Just
men.
just like it is today. And I can't help it. Since somebody brought it to me today, I'm gonna put it out there. Just like the research guy came out of Israel, and he's a wicked man. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, he's an Israelite, and he don't do voting and stuff. But now he's doing what? He voting. And who did he vote for?
Donald Trump.
the one that's found in Daniel's chapter 11, I think it is. You know what I'm saying? A vile man, that goat. You know what I'm saying? So man, look here, bro. Look here, the Bible don't miss. I don't care who you is. Research man, the under research man. I don't care what man is. The Bible ain't missing nobody behind, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's another, what that other scripture teach that talks about the wicked inventions? Is that
That's
Proverbs 6 and 6? Huh?
Wisdom of Solomon 14.
No, and the one that's in a Psalms. Psalms 6 and 16. I think Proverbs 6 and 16. Let me see. Proverbs 6.
Why you looking for
And
that?
16, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, let me bring this out very quick.
Okay, go ahead. Where we going?
Here, hold that. I'm gonna read this out to G&T.
Okay.
This Mark chapter 7 in verse 14. The things that make a person unclean. Now we talking about how you be clean or unclean, or in sin or not in sin, from the mind before you even do the acts of sin, right? So here we go, a situation where we gonna talk about eating something, because the Christians think that it's okay to eat pork. It's okay to eat the shellfish. It's okay to eat the calamari because you can pray over it, and that's the act. No, it's even before that. That ain't even what make you unclean. You unclean because what is sin in the first place? Elder, give me what is sin first. Give me what's sin. They don't even understand sin. Do you understand what sin is? Let's see what sin is according to what the Bible says.
It's the book of First John, chapter 5 and 12.
Chapter 3 and verse 4.
Oh, you want the 3 and 4 one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, uh, 1 John 3 and verse 4, and it reads, "Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law."
So, sin is the breaking of God's law. God has given us a law. Can you physically go do something to the Most High God? No. Give me 1 John 5 and 3, Elder.
5. This First John 5
Because,
and First
yes,
John
sir.
5 and 3.
So
For this,
let's show you that sin is hating the Most High God.
mm-hmm.
Because let's see what loving the Most High God is.
This is 1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
So the loving of the Most High God is that we keep His commandments, because the law, such commandments, they all go together. Keeping His commandments is obeying the Most High God. So in obeying Him, you show that you love Him. But
Mm-hmm.
if you disobey Him, that's sin. That show that you hate Him. So those are things that you're not physically doing to the Most High, but this is mentally what you're doing, spiritually what you're doing, right?
Right.
So let's prove this point. Christ gonna break it down. How you really sinning before you even touch anything, before you even fornicate. Let's see. We're gonna read this. Mark chapter 7 and verse 14. And I'm gonna read this out to GMT. Then Yahushua called the crowd to him once more and said to them, "Listen to me, all of you, and understand." He called a crowd to him, Elder. This is
Mm-hmm.
him trying to make you understand. And he said, "There is nothing that goes into you from the outside which can make you ritually unclean. Rather, it is what comes out of you that makes you unclean."
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you say? It ain't what you see. They don't take that and say, "See, I can eat the pork." But see, what they're not understanding, that's the thought process that puts you in sin. The fact that you think that you can eat the pork, even though you know that it say you can't eat the pork. So what you do? You lie to yourself. Is
Mm.
that not a sin? You ain't only supposed to lie not one to another. You ain't supposed to lie to yourself. That is a lie.
Watch this, Chief. I'm gonna back up what you're saying. This is Second Maccabees chapter 7, and matter of fact, I'm gonna read it out of the GNT and back you up on that one now, because they're gonna swear up and down. You can pray over this thing, man. You can pray over this poke. Second
So,
Maccabees. I'm gonna read it at this GNT because GNT pack a punch. What is it? 71. It says, on another occasion, a Jew mother and her 7 sons were arrested. The king was having them beaten to force them to eat pork. Then one of the young men said, What do you hope and to gain by doing this? We would rather die than to abandon the traditions of our ancestors."
come on. So they have been forcing them so they can forget. Let's prove I'm finna lay me back off of that, Elder. They beat us
Mm-hmm.
and killed us and murdered us and put us in schools just so we can forget the traditions of our ancestors.
That's
And let's
right.
prove it again. First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus, remember that wicked root
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
Elder just brought
Yeah,
out? Look what he did. He wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, that everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Not the commandment of God, the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. This is about your mind. They turned from what they knew, what they were supposed to do, like Elder just brought out the traditions of the ancestors, and they went with the heathen. Why did the heathen want to do this? Verse 48, that they shall also lead their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanliness
Mm.
and profanations to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. This is the whole reason for why they do what they do to us, why they make
Mm-hmm.
us forget who we are,
Mm-hmm.
why they beat our name from Kunta to Toby.
The ones that we think is our friend.
Exactly. This is why they do it. So Christ is telling you, it ain't about what go in you, it's what come out you, right?
That's
So
right.
if you living like an Israelite, if you walking with God, if you following Christ, then it's gonna come out of you. But the Christians want to just make it about food. Everybody thinks it's about the actual act. It's before this, because if you're in the state of mind of Christ, then you're not even going to do this stuff anymore.
Right. You're
That's
gonna do
your renewing of your mind.
right. You're gonna do exactly what Peter said. I ain't never ate nothing like this before, Lord. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never ate nothing like this, you know. So why is that the first place they run when they know what it says at the end of the verse?
Because they need a renewing of their
They
mind.
ain't in no renew. They ain't got no renewing going. Matter of fact, they ain't got no Bible going. That's your number
Because
one problem right there.
so going back to Mark chapter 7, verse 17, when he left the crowd, went into the house, his disciples asked him to explain this, saying, "You are no more intelligent than the others," Jehovah said to them. "Don't you understand? Nothing that goes into you from the outside can really make you unclean. But it does not go into your heart, but into your stomach, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it does not go into your heart, your mind, but the food go into your stomach and then goes on out of the body, right? Because you're gonna eat the food, it's gonna digest through your system. But it's your mind. If you over here eating a crawfish, shrimp, and lobster and stuff, that means your mind has left the law. You have forgotten the law. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because that means you breaking the law, which means you are in sin, which means
Mm-hmm.
you are showing a form of hate to the Most High God spiritually and mentally. That's why they want to control your mind. Because if you don't even know you disrespecting the Lord, and a lot of people do know that they're disrespecting the Lord, especially these Satan worshipers, these Satanists, they are on purposely mocking God, and they trying to take as many people down with them, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
verse 29, 29, 20, and he went on to say, "It is what comes out of you that makes you unclean. For from the inside, from your heart, from your, what's your heart? Your mind. And what did the Lord say in Jeremiah 17 and 9? The heart is desperately
Desperately
wicked
wicked.
and deceitful." So this is what Christ, it's your
Above
mind
all things.
above all things. So Christ say, for from the inside, from your heart, come the evil ideas which lead you to do. immoral things, the evil ideas.
Mm-hmm.
This is if you so if these people got you watching these Grand Theft Auto, playing Grand Theft Auto, what is they encouraging you to want to do? Go do some Grand Theft Auto stuff. They putting it in your mind. They making it okay. They desensitizing you because you might just go do it thinking it's okay. These rappers, these movies, right?
That's right.
What are they doing? The news, propaganda. They are desensitizing you and they putting stuff in your mind and making you do stuff that you should not be doing. Like LGBT. They
Mm.
pushing this, they're saying that it's okay. That ain't what God said. But they implanted it in your mind. Look how they have
Mm-hmm.
controlled the minds of the public from homosexuality was in the closet to now you the villain if you don't accept your child wanting to be a trans. That's a far cry from where we came from. Why? Because they wanted us to forget the law. And they want your mind to be on Babylon.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same way with those with the pastors nowadays and how they pushing it
Mm-hmm.
and how they receiving it themselves. And then watch this, Chief. Here's the funny thing. I remember back a long time ago, the 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 the, the mothers of the church, they're gonna always do what the pastor say. Whatever the pastor say, they're gonna go along with. But they was not getting down with their kids being homosexual or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Pastor
Mm-hmm.
want a homosexual there playing on that piano because he knows it's gonna bring money into the church. They good with that. They good with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And, but don't have my kid being that way. But when Obama came along,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, all the mamas going to church. That's my baby. And if my baby is a homosexual, it's okay. I still love him. I still love him. And if that's his choice, that's his choice. And you know it's against God. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why these elder mothers is going to be put, man, they're going to be put to death. They're going to be put to death. And I think it tells us that in the book of, I want to say Isaiah 3 and something, where it talks about he's going to put the mothers to death. So, yes, sir.
So Christ said, for from the inside, from your heart, come the evil ideas, which lead you to do immoral things, to
Mm-hmm.
rob, kill, commit adultery, be greedy, and do all sorts of evil things. Deceit, because that tongue also is the next step. That
Come
once
on,
it
bro.
go in your mind, then you start talking about it. You start speaking it up. And don't words got power?
A lot of power.
Indecency, indecency, jealousy, slander, pride, and folly. All these evil things come from inside you and make you unclean. And acting like this is what make you unclean spiritually. But if you say, I'm gonna eat catfish anyway, when you know the law tell you not to, you gonna eat it. You already your mind is unclean on that. You breaking the law right there. Even
Come
if you
on
don't
now.
eat the catfish, you say I'm gonna eat it anyway. The pig, I'm gonna eat it from the rooter to the tutor.
Mm,
Even if you
mm,
get another pig to eat, if you got it, you said you're gonna eat it from the rooter to the tutor, which means whether that pig was there or
yeah,
not to eat, your mind is already made up that you're gonna break the law.
exactly.
Especially after somebody told you that you're not supposed to eat the pork. This is what Christ is talking about. And this is what we talking about. It's what's within you. Forget what everybody's talking about. It's your actions. Because your actions tell what's in your mind. Then people start slipping up with what they say, giving it away. For instance, R. Kelly. Did
Mm,
not R. Kelly put this stuff in his songs? And we heard him say it. This is what was in his mind.
Exactly. Exactly.
Then,
Now you writing now you singing this song, kind of like a blues song off in the prison now, because that's what's in his mind, and he won't
yeah,
find some. He want to be free. Yeah,
because
yeah,
then you went and committed the actions. Nah, here go the recompense. You got a recompense. It's a recompense for all the sin. Yes, sir. So
uh,
let me show you something. You got something? 'Cause I got
yeah.
something.
I just want to bring out that one in 6:16 in Proverbs,
Yes, sir.
because that's a serious issue, man. And this is how we know that. And look, y'all can say what you want to. I'm not telling you I hate nobody, but I can't tell God who He can and who He can't hate. That's one thing I can't do. But let me tell you the reason why He hate the so-called Edomites. This is Proverbs 6:16, and it reads, and this is out the KJV. It reads, "These 6 things doeth the Lord hate.
Mm.
Yes, 7 are an abomination
Like,
unto Him." And we know what happens to people who commit abominations. It's naturally in these people's heart to do abominations. And so death comes with abomination all the time. Okay? All right? And you smart mouth sisters want to holler, God, my God ain't gonna kill me for wearing no pants. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Because I don't like it. And neither does the most high. All right? Verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue,
now what?
and a lying tongue.
We're going to get on that tongue next.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And hands that shed innocent blood. Now let's just stop. Ain't Thanksgiving coming up here next month, right?
Yep.
They came over here. They shook hands. They made treaties. They did all kind of things. The Indians took them through the winter when they should have let them die, but they did. Okay? They thought they had some friends. After the winter was all over with, what ended up happening? They shed innocent blood. You know, when you deceive somebody, making them think that you're a good person, and you turn around and you do evil, that's shedding innocent blood. And this land is filled with a lot of blood. And then it goes on to say in verse 18, we talked about this a while ago, in a heart that deceiveth wicked imaginations.
Mind. A mind.
Uh-huh.
A mind.
That deviseth wicked imagination. So before you have sinned, it was already in your heart.
Yes,
You
sir.
sitting there conjuring this stuff up in this wicked son of a gun.
Yep.
How you gonna do it? When you gonna do it? What you gonna do it? You watch all kind of shows to see how the best way to get rid of your husband or how to get rid of your wife. All this old crazy stuff. Well, if the police caught them doing it this way, I'm gonna do it this way. But you keep forgetting the Most High's eyes is 10 times brighter than the sun. 10,000 times brighter. Let me rephrase that. Don't let me take nothing from my Father. Let me give him all the glory that he deserves. And then it goes on and says, feet that be swift to run into mischief. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like you know how y'all see a fight going on? Fight! Everybody running over there to it. And then somebody pull out a gun. And the person that they pulling the gun out to shoot, still standing, and all the rest of y'all dead. You know what I'm saying? That's the Most High's judgment. That's his judgment, especially up on you Israelites. And then he goes on and says, and a false witness that speaketh lies.
That does what? That tongue again.
That tongue again. Chief, and we just talked about this thing today, brother, about how they used to say things like black man is lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to work. And then they turn around and say, hey, we can't get no job because black men got all the jobs. That's exactly what they're saying. That's a false witness that speaking lies. Because how can I be lazy and don't want to work, but you run around complaining that you can't get a job because I got them all? That makes no sense, man. That's just like saying
how we don't want to work, but you won't allow us to get certain jobs because you don't want us to have those jobs.
Right.
So you limiting to what we can do.
But what we don't want to do, we don't want to work in your damn fields no more. Yeah. That'll never happen again. You know what I'm saying? Just like these 7 sons that said, I die before I eat some pork. I die before I go back in your fields.
That's right.
And when you kill me, guess what? You just killed tomorrow. Hello, somebody. Let me finish this off. And he that sowed discord among brethren. That second part, that's for you brothers. You're always coming against one another. You always want to sow discord. But the Bible...
who be the instigator in it? It be Esau. Exactly.
He's going to instigate it. That's his job. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we was talking to the sister downtown in front of Gus. Remember that? And we said, sister, put on some clothes. Sister, there ain't nobody out here but our sisters and stuff. And she got the ugliest look on her face when we told her to put on some clothes. But as soon as that Edomite says, oh, you look mighty good to me, you can stay just like that. Boy, did she just bust out. See, I told you I was all right. Why? Because the devil told you that? This thing is crazy, bro. This thing is crazy. I yield.
Yes, sir. So let's show you another instance. Like we're gonna touch on that tongue too, Elder. But let's show you this mind. It starts with the mind. So we read 1 John 3:4, which told you that sin is the transgression of the law, breaking of the law. That's you breaking that in your mind. We're gonna drop down to verse 14, and it says, 1 John chapter 3 and verse 14. We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brethren abideth in death. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer. That's proof right there that you don't even have to physically touch him. If you hate your brother, you are a murderer. According to the Bible. That means if you over here thinking hateful thoughts against your brother, you are a murderer.
God.
And let's see. It say, and ye know that no murderer has eternal life abiding in him. Why?
That's what the scripture say.
The Lord said, if you hate your brother, you lying in spiritual death. So, because we talking about the spirit here. How is the spirit of God going to dwell in you for his chosen people if you don't love his chosen people? That don't go together.
At all.
You can't be over here hating his chosen people and then saying you for God. You're a liar and a murderer.
And the truth ain't in you.
And the truth not in you. Let's see. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
Mm.
But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby
Hold
we
up,
that
hold
we
up,
are
hold
in
on.
him.
What you say? The love of God is what?
Perfected.
Wait a minute. Can't no man be perfect.
Perfected. Because the Lord said in 1 John 1 and 4 and 20, if a man say, I love God and hate
And
his
hated
brother.
his brother.
So he say you know him and you don't keep his commandments, because keeping the commandments is loving him, right?
Uh-huh.
So in turn, he's saying, if you say you love God, if you say you keeping the all statutes and commandments,
Uh-huh.
he that said, I love God and hateth his brother. So that means you gotta be breaking the commandments, is a liar. Now, both of these scriptures where it say, if you say you know him and keep him not, you're a liar. And if you hate your brother
Yes.
and you say you know him, you're a liar. Why?
Yes.
Because he say, if you hate your brother, you're a murderer. You don't know him. You're abiding in death. You can't be a murderer and be talking about you know the Lord. Here's why. Revelations 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates of the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers
Mm.
and idolaters, and whoso loveth and maketh a lie. There we go. Ain't that something that the Lord said that he hates? A liar?
Yes, sir.
So a
He
liar and a
said that.
murderer. So if you say you love the Most High God and you don't keep the commandments, and if you say you love the Most High God and you hate your brother, you're a murderer and a liar, man. Because you playing with the Most High.
That's right.
They calling you out. So don't be a murderer and don't be a liar. You got to truly purge your heart, your mind, to stop hating niggas. I know. I'm just gonna call it what it is. But it's easy when you was one. Know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because you got more sympathy. Because you understand. You went through being poor. You went through being the downtrodden, the lowly. Now we know who we are. We know we the children of the Most High God. We know we come from royalty. We know that we got to keep the law and such commandments. So it's up to us to bring forth this truth. Huh? Because
Gone.
these people out here lying, bringing forth wicked thoughts, and trying to turn our people against our God and make them forget the laws of the Most High God. With this propaganda, with these pastors out here lying, these churches out here lying, these religions out here lying, all of it is to turn our hearts and our minds away from the Most High God. What you say, Elder? You said that Christianity is a nicotine cigarette
No,
laced,
tobacco is tobacco laced with fentanyl, uh, um, uh, fentanyl,
crack,
uh,
crack,
crack,
crack cocaine.
crack dipped in some wax. You know what I'm saying? To these
Yeah,
Christians. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Christian church is to them. You know what I'm saying? And only way they're gonna get off of it, they're gonna have to repent and turn back to the Most High. That's what they're gonna have to do. Cause there ain't no other way out of it. Ain't no other way out of it.
yes, sir.
Cause
Because they're not.
that's a wicked thing.
As a matter of fact, let's prove that. This Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. They got to come out of it. They got to repent because it's our minds. This is what we push it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you got to change. You have to change this. Sitting up here thinking that God won't kill you because you won't wear a dress. You gotta listen to what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? And your
Mm-hmm.
faith gotta be intact and your belief got to be intact. And you gotta be in tune with this earth and really understand what's going on here. The Lord gonna be dealing with you anyway. He gonna show you what you need to know. So it says, this is Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. Remember, we was talking about the law and keeping the commandments. That's loving
Mm-hmm.
God. And remember, it
Mm-hmm.
said something about the perfect love of God. The law of the Lord is perfect,
Doing what?
converting this. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
But let me ask you a question while you reading that, Chief. Let me ask you a question. Maybe you can answer it for me. So if the law, if the you said the commandment of the Lord is perfect, right? Converting
The
the
law,
soul.
yes,
So
sir.
so how it, can't no man be perfect though?
The law of the Lord is perfect. And what did he do? He told us to keep the law.
Oh, so that's the key to it, huh? If I keep,
Obedience.
come on, bro. It's better than sacrifice. Come on now.
Then let me
Come
tell
on
you
now.
that. See, they not understanding. This is where they got them tricked up at. The Lord is telling you to be obedient, but you listening to somebody else who telling you not to be obedient. And let me tell you what they doing on you. Let's see what they doing to you. This is First Samuel, and anybody who watching, you need to write this down. This is First Samuel, chapter 15, and verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. No, I'm gonna start at verse 22. And Samuel said, "Has the Lord has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, because we always offer burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Do he got delight in these burnt offerings and sacrifices other than you obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than
Then
sacrifice." So
sacrifice.
you can sacrifice as many bulls, goats, lambs as you want to. It's
Mm.
never going to be better than obeying what the Most High God has told us to do, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For now, this is where this is what Satan got you doing. This is what Satan got you doing. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So, not keeping the law, rebelling against the law, saying, I'm going to eat it from the rooter to the tuber, doing whatever you want to do against the law,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that if you're doing it against the law. Christianity, what you're doing is against the law. He told you don't put no other gods before me. You got white Jesus hanging up in the Christian church. He told you don't do idolatry. That's what idolatry is. For rebellion against the law is as the sin of
Sins of
witchcraft.
witchcraft.
And check this out. And your stubbornness, not to do what the Lord told you to do, is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. He has also rejected thee from being king. And this is what he was saying to Saul.
Mm.
And look, he
Mm.
gonna tell us the same thing, elder. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
What's gonna happen
to,
to us?
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now you tell me, is it a good thing to not obey the Most High God? That it's better to do Christmas, even though Christmas is in the Bible. It's told you not to do Christmas. Don't do what the heathens do, and you're gonna do it anyway. Talking about God
Come
gonna get
on.
mad at
Come on now.
you. So
Come
it
on
would it
now.
be would it be better? It's safe to say when the Israelites say keep the law, statutes, commandments, it's safe to say that it might be better to try to keep the law, statutes, commandments rather than not try to keep the law, statutes, commandments.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
they think that if you don't keep them all, that you can't keep them. No, you ain't. You ain't even trying. Because I'm gonna tell you what you got to do. You got to try to steal something. You got to try to lie to somebody, right? You got to try to do those things, which means you got to think about how to do them first. You ain't got to try to not commit adultery. You ain't got to try to not do idolatry. All you got to do is not do it. See how easy that is? And to bring up one of the elders' examples, the beard. If you want to shave your beard, the Lord told you, don't shave your beard. You can easily not do that and let it grow. But if you want to shave your beard, that means you got to go to the store. You got to purchase some razors, some shaving cream. You got to come home. You got to shave it all up. You might nick your face, cut your face. You got to put bandages on it, put tissue on it. You got to clean it all up. Look, all the stuff that you got to do to break the law.
Come on, bro. Come on now.
But to keep the law, you don't have to do nothing. It's simple as that. So that's how you know sin starts in your mind. So because to be even begin to do any sinful act, you got to think it in your mind. And to bring that point, Elder, can you give me Proverbs 23:7, please?
Yes, sir.
Proverbs 23:7.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, and verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat
the Bible
and
say
drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee.
For as he thinketh in his heart, in his mind, so is he. Whatever you think in your mind, that's what you're going to do. You over
Boy,
here making decisions on how you want to move and how you want to do it. No matter what you're doing, you have to think about it first before you can take that action.
wicked as hell. Because all
And
you
that go
thinking
for,
about is wicked stuff.
and that's the problem right there. That's the problem. It's so much wickedness going on in this world. That's how you know the world is wicked. Because everybody's heart deceitful and wicked above all things.
Mm-hmm.
So all you got to do is change your mind and put on Christ about the situation and understand that about this world that we're living in. So once it's come in your mind, let's get that James. What's that? James 1:12.
James what? 1 and 12?
Yes, sir. James 1:12.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, and verse number 12. Blessed is the man that endured temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the
All
Lord
right.
hath promised to them that love him.
Now, to prove the point once again, Elder, when you getting tempted is at the point where you got to decide what you gonna do. Is you gonna pick door number one, or is you gonna pick door number two?
Mm.
Sometimes you got a door number three. If you endure that temptation, the Lord say you'll receive the crown of life. Why? Because it's a mental battle. It's a mental thing. That's why they want to weaken the mentality of our men and have them thinking like women. That's why if you be emotional, you're not thinking straight. Somebody can take advantage of it. But when you can control your emotions, you can think straight and you can think and strategize your moves. But if you can't think and strategize your moves, then you never gonna be successful. Because somebody that's making you get out your character already then strategize doing this. That's why Edomites do it to Israelites all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or so-called African Americans all the time because they know if they get up under their skin, they get them mad, then they're gonna be ready to fight. This is a strategy. So you gotta understand what you're dealing with. That's a form of temptation too. Read on, Elder.
Okay. Bam. Oh,
Verse 13.
hold on. 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh. For Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted with he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
See, it ain't the Most High that's gonna do it. That's what Satan is for. That's what his devils are for. They the ones gonna tempt you. That's already been proven. Didn't Satan tempt Christ? He gonna
Yep.
tempt you. He gonna
Yep.
send his devils to tempt you. They gonna play with your mind. Why? Why do they always bring a beautiful girl when they want to try to get somebody? Because they playing with your mind before you even touch her. It's already in your mind that you want to have lust with her. They know this.
Yep.
They already know this. This is a strategy that the devils and Satan gonna use. And our poor brothers ain't caught on yet. Nate.
They ain't gonna catch on because their mind is all messed up, brother. And ain't no renewing has ever taken place. Like it tells us to do in Romans 12 and 2, I think it is. You know what I'm saying? They got to renew their mind, bro. And they can't do
Yep.
that. They can't do that.
So they look and say, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust. So what's Satan gonna do?
And
He
entice.
he know what your lust is.
That's
So
right.
these players, these NBA players, he know that they lusting for these Edomites. So what they gonna do? They gonna bring, like, especially in the colleges, Nate. They even do it in the high schools. They bring them black players there and have them white girls ready to hoe them out.
Yep.
They want it because they trying to entice them. And ain't why they know drawn away with their own lust.
Yep. And a
They
lot
like,
of them, they be having some bad sisters left at home. You know what I'm saying? And good
yeah,
women that love them. You know what I'm saying? They want to do what they tell them to do. But them niggas, all they mind is, man, it ain't the grades or none of that stuff. What's it called, a GPD, whatever them
yeah,
schools and stuff is be. They ain't worried about none of that. Only thing on their mind is getting to that pink toe. That's it.
so,
That's all that's on their mind. And so when they get there, the Most High and I already told Satan, "Hey, this is over here. This is what you already know what he like. Go put it out there to him." And when they
yep,
get there, bro, look at him. They even got game for a brother who ain't trying to go there with a pink toe. You know what I'm saying? They don't put the
yep,
temptation in your face.
yeah,
Bro, you hear all
yeah.
along. We know you got a baby and stuff at home, back at the house, your girl love you and you love her. We know all these things. And you here to try to make it for your family. But over here, bro, you got they already know he's a 3, 4, 5 $100 million contractor. You know what I'm saying? They already know.
Mm-hmm.
They already know. And when they give you that, but you got to get over here and marry this white girl. You got to let that black woman go. But we're gonna take care of the kids. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're gonna send money to them
It's
to
it's
take
it's
care of
good for your image.
them.
It's good for your
Lying
image.
like a mother. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
But
King.
And then look what that do. Get you in the interracial relationship. That's breaking Deuteronomy 7:3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're breaking the law.
Break the
Because it tell you
law.
don't marry. Don't marry. Why? Because surely they go. Let me get it right quick. We gonna finish that, but I gotta bring this out real quick.
Okay.
Deuteronomy 7:3. Let's see why we should not. It's a mental thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's see why you shouldn't physically marry another woman from another race. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3. Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor shew mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
No, they
That
might. They might.
they will.
Mm.
Meaning, if you go marry an Asian woman and her religion is Buddhism and your religion is Christianity, you gonna give in to Buddhism because you love her and you want her to be able to practice her religion. So,
Mm.
where you gonna be at? You gonna be in the temple doing prayers to Buddha.
Yep.
Because why? The Catholic Church told you all the religions get you to the same place,
Yep.
which it is straight to the lake of fire, because it's all paganism. So
Yep.
the Lord telling you, if you're an Israelite and you keeping the law, such commandments, that's not going to be conducive with you going bowing down to Buddha,
Right.
because the first commandment tell you, don't put no other
Other
gods
guys
before
before
me.
me.
So it's it, uh, nor thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
Mm.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. So what you do? They come and get you these pretty girls, different races, lust.
Yep.
Why do they got these passport brothers? Why do they go to other countries? Because these women is sexually charged. They're willing to do anything for a little bit. And a lot of them marry these women, right?
Yep. Yep.
This is all because of lust. Next thing you know, you're going to be caught up in your lust, right? And then you're going to be worshiping another God. Not to mention all the other things that's going to happen to you. So,
That's right.
why? So, if the Lord say, don't put no other gods before me, and that's a law, that's a commandment, and you break that, and that's death if you continue not to keep these laws and commandments, right? So that's death. Let's also back it up with this. James 1:14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away. Read it again, elder. Of
But
his oh,
every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then, when lust had conceived,
when you
it
got her.
uh-huh, it bring forth a baby. Oh
When
no.
when that lust is brought about,
uh
you get that woman, then you fornicate. That's sin, right?
hmm
Now you done committed the act of sin. Read on.
It says, uh, and lust is conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
It bringeth forth death.
Ooh.
Why? Spiritual death.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual death. Spiritual death.
Yes, sir.
They not understanding. Because let's back it up. Romans chapter 6. Mm. Romans. Salaki, Salaki. It's Romans chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin
Is death.
is death.
Yes, sir.
For the breaking of God's laws, statutes, commandments,
Yes, sir.
the reward for that is death.
Yes, sir.
But the gift of God is eternal life through Hamashiach Yahushua. This is what we're trying to tell you. So before you even, because it's spiritual, the physical act, that does not trump the spiritual act. Because what's the battle between the spirit and the
Mm-hmm.
flesh? If
Mm-hmm.
the spirit has to win, because if the spirit don't win in the mind, then of course the flesh is going to win.
That's right.
If you lose in the spirit, the flesh is going to win. That's why the battle's up here. To
That's
make
right.
your flesh not do nothing, the mind got to say not to do it. The only way your hands gonna touch something is if your mind tell it to touch something.
Yep.
The
And
mind controls the flesh.
and
So
what Bishop Jake say? What Bishop Jakes and Oprah Winfrey say? Say, oh no. What you may see as God, they might find another way, another path to God, to the same God. Well, I want y'all to listen to me close. They telling the truth. But just the thing about it is when you reach that other God, whatever path you went through, he gonna lead your ass right to the lake that burning with fire. That's exactly what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen. So you go do Buddha, you go do Krishna, you go do what's the other one? Muhammad and all these different gods, following these wicked ass pink toe white women. And really, a lot of y'all just following the bag. Y'all chasing that bag, and that bag is what's getting y'all. You got something, Chief? I got a precept for you, locked and loaded.
I got a free son.
Okay.
This Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 21. Because now that mind
Mm-hmm.
make this start working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 21 at the KJV. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. That fruit
Mm.
is not going to be good fruit.
Mm. The fruit ain't gonna be good, bro.
You're
That
going to eat
fruit is
whatever
not gonna be
fruit they
good.
done from it.
Yeah, not gonna be
And
good for you.
we already read that a lying tongue is something that the Most High hates, and
Hates.
and those that are without the kingdom are those who love it and make it a lie.
Yes,
That's their
sir.
mouthpiece. So
Yes,
you got to
sir.
think about that lie first
Yes,
before
sir.
your mouth can project it.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. You got something?
Yeah, this is First Corinthians chapter 5 out of the GNT. I'm gonna start with 1 because that's the whole, to get the whole narrative of it, we got to see, because it all covers this. Okay, it all covers everything that we're talking about here tonight. All right, and it says, starting with verse, I'm sorry, yeah, that's 5 and 1. It says, now it is actually being said that there is sexual immorality among you, so terrible. Now listen to this, G. So terrible that not even the heathens will be guilty of it.
Ooh,
God dang, man, is that not the Black Christian Church?
come on, man.
That's
Do
all
it
them.
harder. Do it way harder than the Edomite church, man.
once they got us doing it, brother, we just go off the chain with it. And he says, I am told that a man is sleeping with his stepmother. How then can you be proud? On the contrary, you should be filled with sadness. And the man who has done such thing should be expelled from your fellowship. Now, so if a brother's in the church breaking the Leviticus laws, it tells you who to sleep with and who you can't sleep with and all this here, your auntie and all this here. Okay, you can't get down like that. You can't get down with none of your father's wives. Not none of them. It might not be in your heart to get down with your mama, but your daddy might be breaking one of the laws that's in the Deuteronomy chapter 76. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even go touch that Edomite, that pink toe. Okay? And then it goes on and said, watch this here. How then can no, I'm a little bit further down. He says, fellowship. You kick them out the fellowship. So this thing going on in the church, kick them out. And even though I am far away from you in body, still I am there with you in the spirit. Okay? And as though I were there with you, I have in the name of our Lord, Yahweh Shai, already passed judgment on the man who has done these terrible things. As you meet together, and I meet with you in my spirit, by the power of the Lord Hamashiach, present with us, you are to hand them over to Satan, for his body can be destroyed. The flesh has to die. It's got to be destroyed, right? Now this is going to be a spiritual and a natural thing, okay? So this ain't just spiritual. This is going to be spirit and so here's the natural part, so that his body can die, can be destroyed, so that his spirit may be saved in the day of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens with Satan? When you're doing the things that you're doing, and you off in the church pretending to be, the godly man. Let's just say, when I say church, I mean, you know what I'm saying, the congregation. That's what I'm saying. So you doing all these things and everything, and let's just say you messing with Sister Hilda, and Sister Hilda married to brother Hilda. You know what I'm saying? And you messing with her, then when you notice you're supposed to be, as a godly man, is turn this brother over. But what you do, you got to go get 2 or 3 witnesses that knows what's going on too. Y'all make your judgment, and you turn him over to Satan, right? When you turn him over to Satan, then Satan destroys his body, and then you better hope and pray that he can find some repentance, so that the simple that God may save his spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because I always know that the spirit goes back to the Father, no matter what spirit. You know what I'm saying? But it says that, let's read the last part again. So that his spirit may be saved in the day of the Lord. So when you see the word may be saved, that's not a strong, that's not no definite. It's going to be saved. You know what I'm saying? So that spirit might be so terrible, it don't return to the Father. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the Father whether he wants to give that spirit a second chance or a third chance. You see what I'm saying? And then right after that, it goes into the yeast, the leaven. You know what I'm saying? What do it do? It levels the whole lump. So the whole lump is full of sin. It's so full of sin. What kind of sin? Fornication. You know what I'm saying?
Backbiting.
Hated.
Respect
You know
the
what I'm saying?
person.
Respect the person. Come on now. Pastor, you in trouble like a mole. A nigga come up in there with
Bearing
some
false witness.
nigga come up in there with some gay clothing on. That nigga get all the money. You know what I'm saying? He get
Look,
all the best seats in there.
and look, you just segued me into the section that I want to talk about. How these people know that certain things is abomination, and you know they know because they got the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about this section. I'm talking about homosexual, LGBT. This is
Mm.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
Thou should not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Ah.
It is an abomination. So they know this in here, because you know they know because they came up with the Queen James Version Bible and all this
Mm.
different stuff, right?
Mm.
Ain't no that might well be the Talmud because it's the
Mm.
same garbage,
Come
right?
on,
So
bro.
check
Come
this
on.
out. So this is now let's show you that these people, it's your mind, and these people know that by what they're doing it against God. Their actions show it and their mentality show it. So if you're agreeing with this, then you're agreeing to go against God. This is Romans chapter 1. This is the elder favorite chapter right here.
Start at 18.
Chapter
Don't play. Don't play. Start at 18.
no, I'm trying to get to a point. I'm gonna start at 25 because I'm trying to get to a point.
Okay. All right. Go ahead,
So
then.
verse 25, who changed the truth of God into a lie. Remember, the Lord they say they know me, but they keeping not my commandments. They're a liar, right?
Uh-huh.
So they changing the truth. And he also said, if you say if you love God and you hate your brother, you're a liar.
Uh-huh.
So you got people out here who claiming these things and they hating God. So that means they're liars. So they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to change what God said, like make the Queen James Bible and try to make a lie, even though they know the truth. Even though the Christian pastor know the truth. But he still got the boy in the choir, leading the choir. He still got the boy playing the drums. He still got the boy that's got his wrist like this, playing the guitar, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's like, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, because putting that white Jesus up, and that's serving the creature, that's serving Satan, who is blessed forever. Amen. For now, watch this. Let's prove it's mental before you even get to the physical, because they know better. But instead of doing it, they gonna change the truth of God into a lie. That's mental. So what did God do? For this cause, Yahweh gave them up to vile affections.
Nasty. Just nasty.
Now,
Nasty
now,
thing.
vile affections in your mind, in your head, right? What you do? Here come that. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman. Here
Mm.
it is, burning in
In
their
their
lust.
loins.
And burning in their lust. And what
Ah,
did we just read about lust?
yes, sir. Bringing forth
When
that
lust,
sin, bro.
when lust is conceived, it brings
So,
forth the sin.
yes, sir.
When sin is committed, is
Yes.
finished, it brings forth death. So what did
Yes,
the
sir.
Lord do to them mentally? He left them for dead. Lust, one towards another. Men
Uh-huh.
with
With men.
men working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
Was what?
And which was meat.
Boy,
They got hit with the
that was
meat.
that tube steak.
That meat. It's not a coincidence. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, in their thoughts, in their heart. God, what did he do? He gave them over to a reprobate
Reprobate
mind.
mind. History.
Before you can even go do the act, your mind got to be there.
Yep.
He done gave them over to this.
Yep.
This is a mental and spiritual battle before it is even a physical battle. You don't think that somebody that's sitting in a wheelchair that's paralyzed, that can't even move, ain't sitting up here, can't think messed up thoughts? So that's like saying that a paralyzed person can't sin. Then you're a damn lie.
Come on now.
A paralyzed person can sin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because it's mind. They can type if they got that little thing, they right. They do it right here.
Yeah, that's that thing. That's that thing that what was that? What was that scientist? What was that scientist name of that?
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
He be over there. They swear he was a genius.
Yes, sir.
So you can't tell me that you need a body to see. Your mind is what's gonna make you see. And this mouth, he still was talking, wasn't he?
Yeah. And the computer read it right off, right, and talk and everything, spell it out in pronounce it. Yes.
Yes. You think Stephen Hawking ain't seeing?
Shoot, yes, he did. And then too, you got to look at it like this here too, G. You know, a lot of people say, "Not my God," right?
Yep.
Ain't that what they say? Not my God. Because that Leviticus 18, if you finish on reading, it says they should surely be put to what? Put to death. And here in Romans, it says in verse 32 says, who knowing the judgment of Yahweh, they know the judgment. They know the judgment is right there.
Because it's right there in Leviticus.
That they which committed such things are worthy of death.
They know this. They know it before they even do it. They already know this.
So you know if you're going to lie and say that you are a Jew and you are not, and that's considered blasphemy. Now you come up with a Queen James Bible, and then you want to say that it's okay, God made me this way. Brother, you just blasphemy.
Yes.
You just told a wicked lie because it don't work. God will kill you.
Yes.
See what I'm telling you? My pastor, my used to be pastor is dead. He dead. So don't let this thing fool you. You ain't sitting here and somebody telling you something that ain't been through it. I done seen the death, went to the funeral, seen him almost died the first time the Most High tried to get a Negro a chance to repent. Better stop letting these people lie to you. This thing here is death worthy.
And also that mouthpiece. That mouthpiece. That's why these pastors is so much in trouble.
Yeah.
Their mouthpiece is putting the thoughts in your mind.
Yes.
All these people that's out here pushing this propaganda is responsible for pushing these lies, right? Which the Lord say they're gonna be without like dogs. Listen to this. Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. No, I'm gonna start at verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. And then the Lord say that the life and death lie in the power of the tongue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments. That's how you love the Most High God.
That's right. That's right.
Doing so, you're not going to go around lying and bearing false witness on nobody. That's part of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Then that's what make you closer to your brethren. That's what make you closer to the Most High God and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live. Now let me Elder, give me James James chapter 3 and verse 1 and 2 out of the GNT.
So
Because we
if
life and death.
homosexuality kills and keeping the commandments live, how is this so hard?
And one of the commandments is not to do man on man and lie with a man lying with a man as he do with woman. That's a
Boy.
law. That's a commandment. That's a law. So if you break that and you're doing that, then you hate God and you're going against God. Then if you saying it that it's okay in the pride of it, then you're speaking death. Because remember, life and death is in the power of the tongue.
That's
So what you're
right.
doing, you're not speaking life. See, we're speaking life because we're speaking keeping the law, such commandments.
That's
But
right.
when you talking about it's okay to be gay, that I was born this way, then you're speaking death. That's power is in the life is in the power of the tongue, and death is in the power of the tongue.
Gone.
And it says, and the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whether thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them. Now, how can you be drawn away? Breaking the commandment of Deuteronomy 73 and marrying another race, then you're serving other gods.
Yes.
Doing what the Christians do, going to serve other gods. Doing what the Muslims do, doing what the Buddhists do, doing
Wow.
what all these Hindus do. They're breaking the commandments, going to serve another God. That's what you go do when you turn away from the law, right? Read that for me, Elder.
So that's First James what? I mean James chapter 1 and what?
Chapter 3 and verse 1.
3 and 1. Boy, look here, because I got something else too we ain't think about, but it's gonna come out. 3 and 1. My friend, not many of you should become teachers. As you know, we teachers will be judged with greater strictness than others.
You
All
pastors,
of
you
us.
ministers,
Yes,
you
sir.
apostles, your disciples, your evangelists,
Yes,
whatever you
sir.
want to call yourself, you Israelites, you captains, you chiefs, you bishops, you
That's
whatever,
right.
you
That's
deacons,
right. That's
we're
right.
gonna be judged with a high standard. So what do they say, Elder?
All of us often make mistakes, but
Uh-huh.
if a person never make a mistake in what he says, he is perfect
He is
and
what?
perfect.
He is what?
Perfect. Perfect.
He's perfect if he don't make a mistake
Yes, sir.
with his mouth.
With his mouth. And is also able to control his whole being.
Because if you can control your mouth, you can control. See, it go from your mind to your mouth to your whole being.
Yes,
It's
sir.
telling you right there.
Yes, sir.
It start up here
Yes,
when the
sir.
mustard seed it bring forth sin. You gonna have to talk to do whatever you trying to do, and then after that, what you got? It's telling you. Then you gonna do the act. Then it's gonna go to the flesh. Then your members is gonna act on what your mind and your mouth talked up because you talk up what you want to do, but it's the seed in your mind first. So we got to understand that just because a rapist ain't went and raped nobody yet, don't mean he ain't in sin.
That's right.
The same
That's
way
right.
he told you that if you hate your brother in your heart, you're a murderer. Just because you ain't went and shot him up or stabbed him up, don't mean you ain't in sin. You in sin for even hating him. So you dang sure gonna be in sin for thinking about raping somebody, or thinking about being a serial killer, or whatever sinful thing you are thinking about laying with another man's wife, or any of that nature. Thinking about lying on somebody. You think, oh, if you sit over here lusting over this stuff, you ain't sin, man.
Yes, sir.
So,
What scripture is that? Ashes, earth and ashes so proud. Come on, come on, come on.
Sirach 10 and 9.
I thought it was Sirach. Bam, I got it right here. Yeah, I got it right here. Now watch this here, Chief. Just to show you, look, the Most High ain't playing. The Bible say amongst 2 or 3 witnesses, let his word be established. Is that not what it say?
What it say?
All right. So let's read all right, yeah, we'll start at 9. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes so proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such a one setteth his soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his. Listen, she told me today. He said, maybe that's the reason why we're not getting too many ratings, because Elder, your mouth be a little too strong on the people, baby. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make it, I just try to make it easy for y'all. Listen, when it says, because while he liveth, he give up his asshole. Okay, I'm breaking it down. Okay, it's already broke down, but I'm just breaking it down a little bit more for you. Okay, for you to have a good understanding. But watch what happens. Watch what happens. I don't care if you're the king. I don't care if you're the queen. I don't care if you're the princess, the prince, the Joker, the Riddler, the whatever you eat. This is what he says is gonna happen. Now watch this, Chief. This is the third witness right here. He said, also, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow the Most High will kill you for homosexuality. I know the world won't tell you this, but we love you, and we're going to tell you, you little sisters that bumping boo-boo and coochies and all this, what they call it, tacos.
Taco tickler.
Yeah, them taco ticklers and the cream cheese, sour cream sauce coming out of it and all this here. Listen, God, the Most High God, is going to kill your wicked ass. He going to kill. That's exactly, he said. Today, that man was a king, but tomorrow, he is dead. So that's the third witness. We got it to you out of Leviticus 18. We got it to you out of Romans. And now we're giving it to you out of Sirach. You know what I'm saying? So y'all better start listening to what these scriptures are saying. Do not try the butte. Do not rub the taco meat together. Okay? Do not do that.
Do not listen to these people.
Don't listen to them.
This is Psalms 59 and 12. For the sin of their mouth, and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, and for cursing and lying which they speak. Consume them in wrath, consume them, that they may not be. And let them know that Yahweh ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. Salah. This mouthpiece.
Boy.
This brain. And then you can see it. All these people think they tough, and so they put it in their head that they tough. They bring it out their mouth, that they tough. And then what end up happening? A lot of times, what it say? Fool's lips calling for strokes. Here you go.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Proverbs 18:6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul.
Mm, mm, mm.
The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. Man, this mouthpiece, man, is gonna get you something done to you. So even the Bible tell you that, bro. Even the
Yes.
Bible tell you. So our message is to first of all, you have to cleanse your thoughts. Because if you say you're following Christ, right? And we just read about this mouthpiece, this tongue gonna get you in some mess. You either lying, you're talking mess to where somebody wanna whoop you, or you just outright lying. So if you say that you're following Christ, right? We already proved that if you're not keeping the law, statutes, commandments, that you can't be following Christ or the Most High God. If you ain't loving your brothers, then you can't be really loving the Most High God. He said you're a liar. So, because a lot of people confess with their mouth, but their hearts is far from Him, right?
That's right.
That's Isaiah 29:13. But if we truly following Christ, it says First Peter chapter 2 and verse 21, because now we're talking about the tongue. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example
Example.
that ye should follow his steps. Now watch this, elder, who did no sin. So that means he wasn't thinking no evil thoughts because he didn't hate his brothers, right?
That's right.
Here's the kicker. Neither was guile found in his mouth. Because if he sinned in here, it would have came out in his mouth. But he know that what makes you unclean is what comes out of you. What's the stuff that you're speaking? That's what's gonna make you be in sin. What's gonna make you unclean. But it's starting that mouth. So when it said Christ did no sin, that means he wasn't even thinking no sin. Because if he would have, then stuff would have been coming out his mouth. Oh, when he reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judges righteously. That's what we are to do. That's what we're supposed to do. Commit ourselves to him that judges righteously. So that's what we gonna do. Elder, you got anything else? I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, maybe you can find it for me. I'm terrible with trying to find stuff on the internet. I think it says where the Lord loveth a contrite heart. It's in the New Testament. Um, I want to say it's in the book of Timothy. The first, second Timothy's.
Let's see here. I got one in. Mm, these in here.
Those was Psalms
Not,
and stuff.
yeah.
No, it should be one in. How about a contrite spirit? Might be the Lord loveth a contrite. No, it says a contrite heart.
No, brother. That's all I got, brother.
Okay, but anyway, all it says is that when you come to the Lord, you must come to the Lord with a contrite heart, with a pure heart. You know what I'm saying? Your heart has to be pure when you come to Him. That's why He said, come to Him like a little baby all over again. You have to be
Yep.
reborn again. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you come with a pure heart, because a baby, their heart is pure. I don't care what you do to them, they still got pure love for you. You know what I'm saying? You know,
How
now
do
if you ain't mom or dad, it might be a whole other story. They might tell it on your wicked ass, do something to them. But when it comes to mom and daddy, they got a
how do
pure
you
heart for you.
and you
Go ahead.
change you change your heart and convert your soul by keeping the laws, statute, commandments of the
Yes,
Most High God, and that's how you
yes.
cleanse yourself.
Come.
Understand me? So this how you cleanse your thoughts by keeping the laws, statutes, commandments. Otherwise, what other thoughts are you gonna have in your head but the thoughts of Babylon?
Come on, man. That's why I tell us come up out of this help.
Exactly. That's why he tell us to come up out of her. So we want to give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, for letting us be able to bring forth this edification. We hope the people that need this edification receive this edification and continue to elevate in the spirit. Keep these laws, such commandments of the Most High God, Yahweh, and stay in the spirit. Kwam Yasharala. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. I'm gonna have to find that